everyone, welcome back to the live stream. It's me, that guy. I'm back. And, got the stream over on the other monitor. Okay, there we go. The camera feed just took a minute to load in on that one. So, we're going to be keeping an eye on stream health as we do now, because ever since that one time when I think I first started recording in here, with the bitrate and all that stuff that I'm fairly certain I didn't have to change before. But whatever, I guess. C'est la vie. So, as you can see on the left side of the screen. Yeah, no, it's on the left side because I look at that. Okay. Yeah, it's just, yeah, camera angle. Mirroring is, it messed me up, and it's nighttime. It's the early morning, so, I'm a little tired. I opened today instead of closing like normal, so, just, energy levels are not this, what they usually are, at least not so much anymore. But yes, we have the Alec Bradley Black Market, which, as you can see from the picture, has an absolutely gigantic band on it that covers, basically half the cigar. Well, yeah, basically half. And then it has this second band on it that is about at the halfway point on the cigar. I've had these before. Why am I looking over here? Oh, right, the ashtray, because I don't want to just ash on the keyboard tray on a flat surface. That would be terrible. It would not be great. But I wouldn't put it past myself at this point with this level of energy. Actually, you know what? This is flat enough on top that we can not use the guillotine cutter. Instead, my vision faded out there for a second. We can use the punch cutter. Just punch like 1-2 holes in it, which this is the punch cutter, not the actual part on my keychain. Okay, we just punch it. Top of this is kind of tough. All right, we just do a real nice punch right in the middle. Yeah, I think we'll just punch it twice. We'll just stick that back in there real briefly. Yes, okay. And then we kind of want this to be as even as possible. This room is not well lit. Oh, imagine that. No overhead light, and the room isn't well lit. Oh, illuminated only by my keyboard, my monitors, and one of those LED lamps. Looking at it, the lamp that is, it is really bright. However, as you can tell by the lighting in this room, not so great for, for a, not so great for total room illumination, especially when compared to, proper overhead lighting. But hey, I didn't design the rooms in these apartments. If I did, then we'd have better overhead lighting. But whatever. This is one, from what I've gathered from the boys, this seems to be a one of the better apartment places to live here in Martin. So, whatever. I guess we take that, don't we? Also, I realized that I got back from doing inventory at the store and I did not play Mecha Break. And I suddenly remember why. Got a little bit distracted with some petty issues. As one does from time to time. Petty issues leading into other more pleasant conversation after said petty issues have been settled. But yeah, one thing I like about that's good about the punch cutter, right, is I don't have to, tap or, blow to get the dust out, because there's not really that much dust. I mean, I guess a couple of taps, but yeah, whatever. That's got good draw for the amount of hole there is on this, which, yeah, it's not exactly easily visible, but, we get some hole in the cap, which, makes me think that the 21 100 Giganto cigar, uh, 100 ring gauge? Yeah, 21 inches, 100 ring gauge. Yeah, I can understand why the one review on it said just punch it a couple times. Although for something of 100 ring gauge, I don't know. It's probably gonna take like 4 or 5 punches. This one, I could have made it work with one, but we did two. Just also, I already know this motherfucker's gonna tar up. We just have to be not so strenuous with the draw and not too frequent. Yeah, not too frequent on one of these streams. Yeah, that's great. That's funny. Yeah, yeah. I make myself laugh. Oh Lord. All right. So stream health seems fine. So I'm just gonna keep Master Duel pulled up. And yeah, we'll just kind of work it from there. Yeah, and we'll just kind of work it from there. We're gonna duel in the Theme Chronicle, and I realize that I am a fool for playing. I mean, I'm not a fool for playing Gunkin Ship, but I think that it would be better for me to play Monarchs, because this is an event where it's like play the decks that are in the uh uh, uh, uh in the solo mode. Play the decks that are in the solo mode. What is a deck in the solo mode? The Monarchs. The Monarchs. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do some monarching. Some monarching. And we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to edit this deck down. Which is fine. It's 55 cards. But we'll do some smoking, we'll do some rambling, and whatnot, as I am, liable to do. It'll be fantastic. It'll be phenomenal. You know? So we'll do that. First things first, though. We gotta get lit up. So, I was considering utilizing the big gold dragon lighter for lighting, but it works. It works, but nah, we'll just that was a pretty good thumbnail. Just me sitting here like, yeah, that's a pretty good thumbnail. I'm gonna have to go into the video and snatch that, edit out the cigar, and put that on there. That is assuming that, one of the boys doesn't snatch up the opportunity himself. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Anywho, right. I need to get the matches out of the box. Move some coins over. Yes. Shika, shika. Shika, shika. Honestly, also, since my desktop audio is muted, I can listen to stuff. I probably won't. I'll probably just do a quick check of the subscriptions. All right, nothing jumped out at me. I did scroll it rather fast though, so whatever. Anywho, all right, we got matches, match box to strike on. Smoke, myself. Yeah, we're ready. Watermelon in the background, looking like it's laying on the pillow. Sure. I mean, hey, I'm gonna be asleep soon too, and God, I look for whatever time I wake up is whatever time I wake up. All right, I'll get stuff done either way. Got a couple of errands to run, and then laundry, among other things. But I might just, we'll see how long I end up sleeping. Cause yeah, maybe I should stop starting streams so late. Just get in here, shower, eat, whatever. Get started as soon as possible so I can so I can go to sleep and not sleep so late on my days off, because my days off are valuable. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, quick sip of the Morton, and away we go. I wonder how much of a punch this is gonna have on it. Yeah, in terms of lighting flavor, that is. All right, let's get started. Ooh. You know, now that I've lit this up, it has a really, really easy draw. I did my test draws, after punching it and whatnot, and I thought, okay, yeah, this has got resistance on it, but it's an amount that one would foresee as being appropriate for the hole size that we punched into the cap. Now that I've actually applied fire and ignited the stick, the draw seems like it's gotten much easier. I don't know if I'm imagining that, but I'm not sure. There's one little section on the bottom that doesn't want to burn. We'll see if it burns. We'll see if it burns. So, the title of this stream is quite interesting, isn't it? The last few. Well, we'll just skip the schizo one because that one was really short and I was dead tired. But the last stream was about video games, in which case it was pointed out to me after the stream that I had missed a few important ones, which yes, I did. I missed Kingdom Hearts 2, as an extremely notable game, um, among the during the PS2 era, of my gaming career, I guess, as it were. I missed that one, which is once it was pointed out to me. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that I missed that. I don't see how I could be such a fool, such an idiot. But yeah, I missed that one. There's probably a handful of others that I missed too. Um, I guess I did have a really good time with Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, which I understand was not. I played it on the DS, and I am aware that it was not originally on the DS, but that is where I played Shadow Dragon. So that's the that's the version of the game that I know. All right, I enjoyed Shadow Dragon on the DS. It seems like a pretty standard kind of strategy game. It seems kind of yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed it. It was fun. All right, and the story was pretty good. I mean, it's a simple story, but it's that doesn't mean it can't be good. So whatever, maybe that's not maybe that's not an unpopular opinion. I wouldn't care if it was. Also, I need to switch the blinds over to um like this. There we go. Some of you might be thinking, cheesy, why does that matter? Well, it matters. All right, it matters to me when I'm smoking and the sun isn't out. I like to have the blinds like this. When I am smoking and the sun is out, I like to have the blinds the other way so the sun's not shining down on me. All right, it's still painful even after all this time. But say la vie, I guess. But something else I was going to say in relation to Kingdom Hearts. I don't remember. Hmm. Well, I guess in relation to Kingdom Hearts, this isn't, this is just a memory that I have, I guess. But I was playing Kingdom Hearts on the DS, the one where you play as members of Organization 13, right? I was playing that on my DS. I was in the living room, and there were these uh how do my mom one of my mom's husband's daughter and her shitty friend was at the house, and said shitty friend had a shitty child, and said shitty child just kept like pushing the same button on this loud ass toy over and over and over again. And I'm sitting on the couch, I have my DS, I'm doing my thing, whatever, whatever. And I lean down and I push, because pushing the button once activates the toy and it makes this loud, annoying sound. It was like a barn, basically. So, decently sized toy. So I just reached down and I pushed the button because pushing the button a second time while it is on turns it off. So I would just do that and go back to playing my game, right? And then the kid would push the button again, causing this loud, annoying sound that I had grown tired of hearing. So I reached out, I pushed the button. This goes back and forth just a few times before one of them fucking pipes up and says to me, "Oh, you're listening to your game really loud, but he can't have his toy." The volume on my DS was off. All right, what you were hearing was, the smallest possible sounds from me pushing buttons and tapping the touchscreen with the stylus. Meanwhile, as soon as this child, as soon as the loud noise from the toy had concluded, the child would push the button again to play the loud, annoying sound from the toy, and you would just allow him to do this. Then again, I suppose I should be grateful. This is one of the rare instances where said child was actually being watched by the people who were supposed to be in charge of him. So, you know, I don't know. Another funny thing about those people is that if ever I would be away from the house, they would, you know, they would just hole up in my room like they fucking, like it was theirs, and then it would just be a bitch to get them out. All right, that is my space, but I guess when you're I guess when you're a teenager, you really just have to come to grips with the fact that the people around you, don't respect, anything that is yours at all, and for me at least, this somewhat bled over into adulthood, and has only relatively recently stopped. So better late than never, I guess. But that's just me being bitter. But I guess it all ties into the first half of the title of today's stream. Through self-reflection, especially today, but over the course of the last week, a I have made a discovery that to regular people would be startling, but to me is, excuse me, not surprising at all. What is that discovery? Well, it's simple. It's in the description. The Taco Bell manager is not dead. I I am still harboring the spirit of the Taco Bell manager. You know. Then again, it's probably just not that specifically. I mean, I guess the Taco Bell manager is just an embodiment of my bitter hatred. Uh, but realistically, what I have reflected and realized is, yeah, I'm still bitter and hateful. I had said during a more recent stream that, oh yeah, I could feel the hatred leaving my body. And then I'm pretty sure the next stream I said, hey, remember all that hatred that I said was leaving my body? It's back. Yeah, it turns out it wasn't leaving my body. I was just, burying it. You know, I was just burying it inside of myself. It was still there the whole time. It is still there, but you know, I guess part of self-improvement is understanding that if you don't remove, these negative things, then the other option, the easier option, is simply to bury them, which seems to be what I've done with all the bitterness and hatred that I had amassed during my time at Taco Bell. It's fine. It's relatively easy to just suppress it with how much better my current job is, with pizza. Because I had to explain to my top lizard the difference. Was it the top? Was it my top? It was not my top lizard. It was somebody else, but it was still one of the boys. So I explained it to him like this. I said, working pizza is much better than working at Taco Bell. The job is easier. Because there's fewer people, there's less room for there to be some kind of idiotic divide. Because at Taco Bell, you have three distinct shifts: morning, mids, and night, right? As labeled as such by the time of day with which they operate. Except mids is kind of, I guess it's the middle of the 24-hour period. Whatever. Um, and each of these shifts consists of a variable number of people, as fast food does have quite the turnover rate, as anyone who has worked fast food would be able to attribute that, and I'm fairly certain there are labor statistics about this. I mean, hell, I remember one of the goals at Taco Bell one year was to reduce our turnover rate to 200%. Which, for those of you who aren't in the know, the turnover rate is basically just the rate at which employees are hired and either are fired or quit. And a 200% uh, turnover rate is essentially cycling in and out enough people to replace the entirety of the crew twice over. Now, remember what I just said earlier. We were trying to reduce our turnover rate to 200%. That was the goal. Below is better, obviously, but the goal was to reduce to 200%. So, you know. But my point is there are three distinct shifts, each with a variable number of people. You have your core people who stick around for years. I stuck around for 7. But then you've got people who are in and out. In terms of part time, full time, at hiring, quitting, maybe coming back if they can, yada yada yada, etc. etc. Um, these teams, these fast food teams, at least insofar as I'm aware at Taco Bell, are much bigger, at least twice the size of both of the teams that I have worked on when I was doing pizza in Greenberg and when I'm doing pizza here in Martin. But also, as such, another point, I guess, is that there are more managers at Taco Bell than there are at pizza. At least in with the actual job title and this and that, right? Now, I don't think I need to tell you what happens to some people, some people, when they have power. We'll just phrase it like that. When they have power. I don't think I need to tell you what happens to some people when they have power. And I don't think I need to tell you the feelings that, come to the surface when interacting with said type of people. These feelings were particularly strong, especially towards the mid shift, because in my time at Taco Bell, the mid shift managers were always, you know, to put it lightly, fucking garbage. And from what I can tell, when I do make my occasional visits to Greenberg, this is still the case. Mid-shift never changes. You know, it is always just the worst. Which, I guess is indirectly praising morning shift, but they're not much better, consisting that they seem to exclusively staff a collection of geriatric cunts whose greatest service to humanity will be dying as quickly as possible and ridding the world of their filth. All right, gotta. I'm gonna take a couple of draws off of this and kind of simmer down a little bit because I can feel, I can feel the old hatred rising again. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I really need to shave. My mustache is getting really itchy. 10 more days. 10 more days. Ish. And then I'll shave again for probably the second last time of the year. Unless we've got an inspection coming around, in which case, all of it's gone. Except for, my 5 o'clock shadow that I, just keep because I don't feel like just, cleaning up all the way. And a 5 o'clock shadow is acceptable according to, pizza uniform standards. So, I'll keep it. I'll take it. If they said we had to clean up all the way, then, ooh, I think I'd have to go buy a straight razor, in order to do that. And then, we'll just see how many times I, nick myself and almost slit my throat by accident. Because, yeah, I've got steady hands, but trying to do that on myself in a mirror is... Yeah, I mean, it was disorienting when I was using, like a Gillette razor, but it was... I could imagine with a straight razor, with the added risk, it'll be, it'll either be painfully slow, or my face is just going to be covered in cuts, and then by, eventually scars. And I'm going to look like, I got into a knife, I'm going to look like I got into a knife fight with a pixie. And, it'll be a funny story, I guess. Oh yeah, inspection was coming around, I almost accidentally slit my throat and killed myself. Oops. Anyway. So back to the point that I was making, is that the crews and management structure of, Taco Bell and pizza are different. And the management structure at pizza and the crew, from what at least from what I have experienced, pizza is better, 100%. All right, but I explained that there's problems. There's problems with this structure. Those problems being that mid-shift is, again, like I said, garbage. And because of that, night shift basically has to come in and pre-clean. Our job is to close. And so part of that is cleaning up the store to make it ready to go again the next day after however many hours. But also, making food and tending to customers, all that stuff. But basically we have to come in and pre-clean because mid-shift doesn't do that and are seemingly unaware as to how to do that alongside their general refusal. It's fantastic. And then, of course, the morning shift, as they are a bunch of old cunts, nothing is ever good enough for them. And this led to night shift and morning shift butting heads, where what it would come down to before I was banned from the chat at Taco Bell, what it would come down to would be, them flinging shit at each, my crew and the managers and crew from morning shift kind of flinging shit at each other, and then I would have to come in and verbally backhand the morning shift for, being just terrible and awful. And if any midshifter tried to put in a word, they would also get verbally backhanded. Because clean something, anything, all right? Be useful. Why is that so hard? But I think that's enough about the crew and overall stuff. Let's talk about management specifically, all right? Hmm. Quite leathery. The mouthful of pepper from Light Up is long gone, and we're quite peppery. But management. So, at Pizza, there are fewer managers. This means that there is less room for managerial corruption. I say less room because it still exists, as evidenced, at least to me, by the existence of manager cliques that exist between several stores, of which I am a part of none. Which I had to explain to my supervisor because I'm pretty sure he knew what I was talking about, but he hadn't thought about it in the terms that I had used. He also denied it, which I know better. I've seen it. Anywho, so there's less room for managerial corruption. It still exists, but there's less room for it. Meanwhile, in an environment with not just a larger crew, but also a larger number of managers, there is much more room for managerial corruption. And, oh boy. Oh boy, at Taco Bell, managerial corruption was essentially the name of the game if you wanted to be, promoted or even get the yearly raises that you were supposed to get, you know, yearly as 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 defined as an entitlement for fulfilling the employment contract. you know at least in insofar as your general manager didn't ignore that in the contract and decided to shaft his only two night shift managers because he thought that they didn't have other options. Well, what do you think now, saggy tits? You lost both of your night shift managers, and now at least for a while there, you had to figure something out there. You put your AGM on it because you weren't going to make the sacrifice. And I know that there's a slim chance that he'll see this. And I know that and I know that if he would try to argue with me, he would deny it. But I know what I saw. I know what I experienced. And my crew also knows what they saw and experienced. And when you have the word of several people against the word of one, things, people start to, form opinions based off of that. It's fantastic. Also, there was no shift differential. There was for a little bit, and it was great until the morning shift whined because they said it wasn't fair. Oh, I'm sorry. Me working at the most terrible and inconvenient time to work, isn't worthy of a pittance extra, even. Also, carrying the bulk of the store's sales on our backs and also having to clean up the entire store like we're janitors. That's not worth anything either. A foolish me for thinking, that something that I was not aware of as, a somewhat standard practice being implemented finally at the place that I work. Me thinking, oh, that's a good thing and we should have had this a long time ago. That's just me. That's just me being foolish and greedy. You know. That's just me being foolish and greedy. It was terrible of me to to think that. There was another point that I was going to make. Oh yeah, it's like I said, but I mean, hey, I was just, we were just asking for, a pittance, maybe $1 at most, you know. Meanwhile, I looked it up, and at the time, so about a year ago, maybe two now. I'd looked it up at the time, 2 years ago approximately. The average hourly wage for a janitor just in the United States, so anybody who holds a janitorial position, made $14 an hour. We weren't asking, oh, hey, maybe you should stack that onto, what we're already making because we do that job too. That's not what we were asking for, and every time I did ask for it, I made sure that, it was well established that I was being facetious. But, but asking for, it's being facetious to ask for a janitorial wage on top of my regular wage, having to deal with the worst customers, the shittiest people in town. You know, that's not worth anything extra. And that's another thing about fast food is the later you're open, especially especially when compared to your competitors, and the cheaper you are, the more likely it is that you will deal with the lowest, shittiest people in your town and or area. The Taco Bell from one town, from I think, yeah, one or two towns over had closed, so we got some of them too who were willing to make the 20-minute journey on the interstate. Fantastic. We're dealing with 2 towns worth of shitty people. But that's not worth a shift differential, having to put up with, the intoxicated people, the inebriated even. Not to mention the shitty entitled factory workers. That's not worth extra. I'm really hammering this point, even though that's not the point I'm trying to make. Returning to the previous point is managerial corruption is rife at the Taco Bell, because if at least in my experience, if you're not the GM's friend, you will go nowhere. As evidenced by the fact that myself and my fellow manager on night shift were denied our yearly raises, which were guaranteed, which were at least contractually guaranteed. But he elected to ignore that, and so did the area coach. Great job, guys. But also just the exceptionally fast promotion rate for new people coming in who expressed interest in being a manager and cozying up to the general manager. I don't, if you have no experience and you're coming into the Taco Bell, you should not be made a manager in 2 months. In most cases, I understand that there are exceptional people out there who would, be qualified after a few months of, working hard at the job and proving themselves. This is assuming that, the person in question works hard and proves themselves, not somebody barely works and spends over half their shift out in their car, chuffing on cigarettes and staring at their phone. This is also when they're not on said phone screaming at their wife for no reason. Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Ugh. I worked there for too long. But I guess it helped pave the way for where I'm at now, with the breadth of annoying bullshit and managerial experience that I'd gathered. Funny thing was that when I was working with the owner of my current job, and he was asking me about my job history because he hadn't seen my resume. That was handled by other people, but he asked me about. He knew that I worked at Taco Bell. He said, "How long you been working? How long did you work there?" I said 7 years, and he said, "Oh, well, that means you don't really have commitment issues. I think you'll be a good fit for this job." Which I'd never heard anybody say before. I was a little bit flabbergasted, I'm not gonna lie. But basically, at that point, when I, first started here in Martin, I had just gotten off the 80-hour work week. Yeah, I was still working like 45 hours, maybe 50 some weeks, but that's a 30-hour difference between, that and 80. So I had a lot more time to, well, sleep. I did a lot of that. And over time, I recovered. And, over the course of those first few months, I, sped up at my job, got better at, completing, knowing and completing tasks. It was really good. And now I've become the, you know, well-oiled man at the job that I am now, to the point to where I have picked up even some of the owner's, abilities when it comes to creating pizza, and that frustrates me a little bit because I don't want terminal autism. But I digress. To return to the initial point that the Taco Bell manager, meaning the you know strong bitterness and hatred that I feel, part of which comes from Taco Bell, part of which comes from the memory of my grievous mistakes throughout life. Most of it's Taco Bell though. Most of it's Taco Bell. You know, yeah, I have my moments where I grieve intensely for the mistakes that I've made, uh, but those are transient. The Taco Bell experience, that sticks hard and fast, and it is something I think about frequently. Hell, I even had a dream the other day that I was back at Taco Bell. Mm, no. I could probably stand to work one shift, you know, and then one more shift is probably all I've got left in me, and then after that, never again, never again. Maybe if I was desperate, but yeah, no, no, absolutely not. I don't intend to ever go back, and if I have to, again, it's because I'm desperate. But to return to the stream relevant point, that is that yeah, no, my bitterness and hatred have been bubbling up recently, and have led to some situations. I mean, hey, I've had I didn't blow up in any customers at Pizza Job. I was firm and effective. Don't get me wrong. I was channeling that. I was harnessing that. I was harnessing the power of the Taco Bell manager to do so. But I was professional. I was professional, so I can't be fault. I can't be told that I was unprofessional. I cannot be faulted as unprofessional in this week's situations, at least insofar as they're related to work. So that's good. That shows that the handle that I have on it is particularly strong when I'm at work. Outside of work, well, that's where we have some other minor issues. One of which, I have, one of which I, upon consideration, realized, okay, things have been a little bit too far. Things have been taken a little bit too far, which was later echoed without prompt by somebody close. The thoughts that I was having were, whatever. And so, we'll just put a stop to it. And I definitely realized that, yeah, all right, need to keep a better hold on the Taco Bell manager, just so he doesn't, get out of control. Pretty sure the wrap is not burning, but the filler is. Okay, so from what I can see, the filler has a good burn, but the wrap is not burning. So we are going to have to strike a match for the wrapper. Okay? which is better than normal, I should say. Most of the time, this thing goes completely out before I think, oh shit, I gotta relight. Now, this is just, what one might consider this a touch-up of sorts. Okay, there we go. See, the wrap is now, you can see a lot of it burning here, yes? The wrap is catching up rapidly to where the filler and the binder are burning. So, you know, it's a touch up. It's a touch up. It didn't go out. It didn't go out. We're good. It didn't go out. But that's the that is a bitter, like earthy leather on just the wrapper. Mm. Ooh, ooh. Uh, Also, I've sustained a number of injuries, small injuries, during this week. Right? I think I think I accidentally, when I was scratching my mustache because it itches. I think I accidentally scratched my nostril, and there's a scab in one of my nostrils. It hurts when when I do that and other such flare my nostrils or whatever. It hurts because it's pulling against the skin. But also I have two, kind of I have two cuts on just this finger, right? I found another one today. Where is it? On the back of this hand. Yeah, on the back right here. It's not visible on the camera, but it's right here on my middle finger. I have a cut on one of my legs that I didn't even realize I had. I didn't even know I had it until a couple days ago. I felt an itch on my leg and I scratched it and I felt that I ripped the scab off. So, for a number of minutes after I'd done that, I had to roll my pant leg up so my pants wouldn't soak blood. So, I've got a number of small injuries. Two of which I wasn't even aware of. But the two on this hand and my nostril, I'm aware of. I became acutely aware of the ones on this hand when I handled some banana peppers and the juice got onto the cuts. Uh, it hurt. It hurt a lot. Um, which led to a prompt finishing of the pizza I was working on, and a quick trip to the hand sink to wash that out to stop the burning, stinging sensation. But we're that's kind of segueing away. But I think we've talked enough about how bitter and hateful I still am, and about the progress that needs to be made to get a better hold of that, at least until I can maybe, hopefully, potentially purge it from my being. It brings us to the second half, the cards. Which, yeah, let's get into Master Duel. So we're gonna get rid of Daily Smoke. We're gonna go. See, we're gonna go here. Okay, that's not right. All right, we're gonna do screen capture. Then we gotta do Master Duel. That is the Steam page. That is not what I want. Master Duel. There we go. And then we just pull it up. And ta-da! Master Duel. So we're going to go in and we're going to see that the daily has reset. Okay, we're going to go into Theme Chronicle and we're going to move away from Gunkan Ship and we're going to go to Monarchs. We're going to go to Monarchs. Monarchs. Ether and the boys. Yeah, I know. We got to adjust it. Alright, we're editing the deck. So let's see. We can't use Max C. We can't use the Kashtira cards. We can't use Masterpiece. What did I just take out? Put that back in. We can't use Masterpiece. We've only got one copy of Erupt. I'm gonna put in I'm gonna put in Escalation, and then we're gonna reintroduce Vassal cards. We're gonna throw in 3 copies of Mithra, and this should work now. Yes. Okay, see, hold on. What did I take out? I took out 3 Kashtira cards, 2 Max Cs, and 2 copies of Erupt. That is 7. And then we replaced 3. So yeah, we're down 4 cards, but that should make the deck more consistent. So, man, should be fine, right? Let me just double check. First Monarch could have some potential, but I'm not ecstatic about using it. Also, let's see, uh Strike is here just to, for some tribute fun. We've got 2 of our 3 aces. We've got 2 of our 3 boss monsters. I mean, since we're not counting Erebus and Ether. Yeti, yeti, yeti. Blah, blah, blah. Is this a good balance of monarchs to vassals? Let's see, we remove 3 Kashtira cards, and then we also remove draw power. That's the thing. Man, Konami has been pushing utilizing Mulch Army as opposed to Max C, because they banned Max C from this event, but they didn't ban Fuelos. And so, they really want people to have Fuelos. Do we even have no? Do we even have a card pack for this? It's in the master pack. The standard, the Master Duel equivalent of a standard banner. You know what? Let's see what we got just in terms of monarchs. Cause I'm vague. I'm mostly aware. See, banish 1 spell from the graveyard. Add 1 spell with the. Okay, so Angmarl. Angmarl has some uses. Delg, I'm pretty sure, is bad. Send the same number of 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard, and then it's fine. It's not as useful. Delg is not as useful as Kurez. We've got Big Ryza. We've got Big Thestalos. We've got Caius and Big Caius. We do not use Zaborg at all. Wait a minute. We can use Big Zaborg. Yeah. This card was tribute. Wait a minute. Target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Then if it was a light monster. Wait a second. Wait a second. All face up. Ah, see, we could put in another copy of Strike, and then throw it in grave, and then pop Big Zaborg on the field in order to, just banish a chunk of my opponent's extra deck. There's an R Pendulum card that I'm aware of that also has a boost to draw power. The problem with it is I think it breaks the... Yeah, while you have no cards, it breaks domain. But I know what it is. I'll know it when I see the card art. Oh, piss. Did I not make any of these? See, there's some Crystal Beast monsters in here. There's a big sushi that you'd think would work with Gunkin, but does. Here it is. This one. Must be special summon face up. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, wait. Actually, yeah, we can pop like 3 of these in here. Well, actually, we'll just pop 2 in here to what's it, to we can use it as a body and draw cards. Also, wait, cannot be normal summon set, must be special summoned from your face up extra deck by having no card. Wait, how do we... Oh wait, we can put it in the pendulum zone and then nuke it. Yeah, wait, 4 eh, I mean, we could special summon a bunch of these guys with 2 of them, I guess. I don't know. Let's run 3. Fuck it. Alright, 54 cards. It's probably fine. We've got 2 copies of Escalation now. Let's get into it. Let's duel. Let's duel with the Monarchs. Because I love the Monarchs. And we got an Asian. I'm gonna lose. All right, we're gonna go first. We're gonna go first. Also, he's got Jinzo, which is sweet. Excuse me. Really? Okay. Okay. Do we even do we have a play? Oh. 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 Domain. And then no. And then special. Uh special. And then lose a bunch of attack. Okay. And then I'm gonna want to put prime there. And then tribute to get Karez on the field. Boom. Activate effect. Destroy this. No. Yes. Really? You give me return now? Fine, we'll put return right there. I don't have a normal. No. So we'll just do that. And then pass. Not the greatest opener, but we'll see if this guy's actually playing Skull Servant like his card sleeves imply. Okay. Target one face monster in the field, discard a card, and then increase level by one. Okay. You are currently extra deck locked. And then that was a mill. Okay. Alright. Okay. What is the game plan here, my guy? What is the game? And he surrendered. And he surrendered. Okay. Um thanks, I guess. That was something. We got 100 gems out of that and some missions done. Cool. Oh yeah, we got August Festival missions, which is duel and activate a spell trap card. Okay. All right. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get all Asians here, so prepare for a loss rate unlike that which you've ever seen. So, you know, oh no. Anyway. All right. Okay, we've got Eidos and Tenacity and 2 copies of Domain. Ooh, baby. We're gonna activate Domain. No response. We're gonna activate Tenacity. Any response? No? Okay, we're gonna add Pantheism. We're gonna use Pantheism. Discard Domain. Draw 2. We've got Erupt. We're gonna use the effect of Pantheism to banish. And we're going to pull a cup. We're going to pull the copy of. Oh, we're gonna. You're gonna give me either Tenacity or Erupt. I don't care, because either way, I'll get what I want. You gave me Tenacity. That is foolish. Okay, and we're going to activate the effect of Domain. Reduce Thestalos. Good. Eidos. You know what? Pantheism again. Discard Tenacity. No? Draw. Oh, fuck, we got return. Okay. Pop return. Do that. Now the question becomes, do we... Oh, wait, we already used it on Thestalos, so... Thestalos, the Mega Monarch. Fuck it. Optional effect. Give me another Monarch. Ether. Oh, he's got 6 Sams. All right. Sent from the field to the graveyard. Let's get rid of Tactical Trainer. Graveyard. 400 damage. Okay, pass. No. He's level 8 again. Then distribute summon hand or deck to the graveyard if you do special monster. Right, we're gonna be doing 6 Sam shit now. Right. Bushido counters. Yep. 6 United. Yes. Anarchist Monk. You know what? We're just gonna do this now, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, we're gonna vanish. Normal summon. After the Heavenly Monarch. Which we're gonna pop that. And then pop that to get another Monarch. Which one do we want? I know which one we want. Ash Blossom on return. Not that it will matter. Ether is going to let me send a grave. So we're going to send that. And we're going to send a copy of Prime. And then we're going to special summon... We're going to special summon Big Caius. Boom, baby. And then we just leave that for now. Right. We're just going to turn that off so it's not bothering us. Okay, 2 cards. Pretty sure that can only hold it can only hold a max of 2 cards. You cannot beat my monsters. Less than or equal to Bushido counters, which is 3, which means he could pull a copy of Tactical Trainer. Oops. Fight the army. Okay. He decided against it, it seems. Main 2? And we got another surrender. Alright. Alright. Okay. Monarchs. Yeah, alright. We haven't really gone toe-to-toe with anybody. So can't really, we're not really doing anything to verify the power of the Monarchs here. But man, we are completing missions left and right. We are completing missions left and right, so we're raking in gems. Which, how many gems are we sitting at? 1,300? And we got a dual pass? Good stuff, good stuff. Let's see, I'm working on the Summon Skull deck right now. Where is he? There it is. Summon Skull. Because let's see, we need a bunch of SRs for this, but really we need to work on another deck to get more SR points. Shit. And then the problem becomes which SR deck do we work on? Or which other deck do we work on? Let's scroll down. Let's see what else we got in here. I should have once I figured this out, I should have had the guys pick a second deck for me to work on. But I didn't because I'm a fool. Let's look at the Keck Knights. What do I need for Keck Knight? Hold on. This is a lot of cards. What do we have in here? We need 3 URs. So what is it? Girsu, Din Girsu, and Spectrum Supreme. Do these all come from the same pack? Let's see, Cosmic Mechanical Entities, Star-Studded Futures, and Star-Studded Futures. So we want to hit Star-Studded Futures. So I'm going to generate a copy of Girsu, and we're going to do a 10-pull. All right, we're gonna do a 10-pull. We're gonna see if I can land, if I can land the boy that I need. There's the UR. Okay, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that I can land a card that I need. and that we can get a handful of SRs in the process. Also, I realize the Mech Knights are an archetype that is usable in this event. So there's that, I guess. Getting a lot of Orcust cards. But then again, I guess that might be the, primary archetype inside this this in Crusadia. Three, three, three. Okay. Good SRs. Good SRs. That's primarily what we're after. We're primarily after SRs. Hopefully I can get a UR to help me finish out this deck, but we'll see. Longirsu. Okay. Okay. World Challenge. Alright, I'm gonna have to get the headlamp. Give me just a second. No, we're not tarring up. Nope, I got a piece of tobacco in my throat. Okay. Yep, yeah, I noticed a piece of tobacco missing and then I felt it in my throat. And also I just swallowed it by virtue of taking a drink there. Okay, so that did all that animation and stuff, and then it gave me Jack. Cool. That's awesome. Thank you, Utopia, for showing up and getting my hopes up for nothing. Oh, another copy of Avita. I have a copy of Avita. I keep a copy of Avita because I think Avita is cool. I don't use Avita in any deck, but I think Avita looks cool. I like the card art. So I keep the card. You know? Oh, well, Ib, and another copy of Longirsu, and a shiny World Wand. Epic. Alright, this is the UR. This is the big one, boys. This is the big one. What do we got? Okay, Blade Master. Alright, what do we got? Boom. World Gears of Theological Demiurgy. Oh, that's not a card that I use for this deck. That's not a card I use in this deck. Ooh. Well, that's not pleasant. That's not pleasant. Well, alright. Dismantle extra cards. Give us some more R and N points. Dismantle selected cards. Alright, we're going to go through the SRs now. And I'm going to need to lean in a little bit for this one. Okay, because I'm just going to look at the card art, so I don't have to click a million billion times. Do I even use Branded Banishment in my branded deck? Alright, we're throwing a copy of Avita in there. Throwing a copy of that one in there. Throw both copies of that. I don't even think I need 2 copies of Equimax. I don't think I need 2 copies of Cerberus. I don't need 2 copies of you. I use 2 copies of that. Fiendsmith sequence, we can throw a copy in there. Fuck it, I don't care. What else we got in here? I need to go into the branded deck and then just erase all the branded cards I'm not using. Because the SRs at least will get me closer to my goal. I could probably get rid of the True Draco cards because I don't play True Draco anymore. It's kind of funny to use it, but I don't use it. Also, we're gonna kill Bambi. Okay, we got 11 cards in here. That's fucking baller, dude. What else we got in here? Let's see. Okay. Alright. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to toss anything else. We could probably toss that as a Fiendsmith card. I don't care. Cerulean Skyfire, I'm gonna keep. XYZ Import. Yes, I think this will do quite nicely. Ooh, 277. Yes, quite good. Quite good. Now we go look at Blaze of Albaz, which I will just need to rename to fucking Branded. And then we go in and go to the Dismantle Selected Cards menu, and then also go to SR, and then if we see a branded card that isn't in this deck, we just nuke it from orbit. Yeah, baby. Oh, hey, look at that. Branded Banishment. Get rid of that. More points. More points! I spent a bunch trying to get free packs and realized I'm an idiot and did it wrong. So I nuked my SR supply for effectively nothing. I'm so good at this. Okay, I am gonna nuke the True Draco deck because, like I said, it's funny to use, but only sometimes. Other times it's just not great. Also, I have the Monarchs, and that's where I use my True Draco cards. So I'm just gonna get rid of my True Draco cards. At least the ones that I'm not using in the Monarch deck, because they're not necessary. And also that's SR points that I could be using for other devious, disgusting purposes. Okay, Blaze of Albaz, that's done. Where is my True Draco deck? I know it's in here. I've seen it. I know it's in Masterpiece. There it is. Alright, we're going to dismantle a bunch of True Draco cards. Bada bing, bada boom. What can we dismantle in here? This deck isn't even usable anymore. Okay, so... Right. Okay. So, what? We can dismantle 2 of these. Cool. Huh. We can dismantle 2 of you. Oh, that one's a shiny, and it's gone now. It's gone now. It exists only in my memory. Wait, we can dismantle a cut. Yeah, Max C probably isn't going to come back to 3, so I might as well just dismantle down to 2. Fuck it. Plus, I got me a step closer to having enough points to finish something out, maybe. Okay. Yep. Okay. Save and return. And then... Where is it? There you are. Delete deck. Bye. Oh my god. I have a deck slot. Oh, what am I going to work on next? Okay. So, let's see what we've got for Summon Skull now. Some of you might be like, Jeezy, this deck looks fucking awful. Yeah, it's not supposed to be good, alright? I'm experimenting. Oh, we have enough SR points, but we don't have enough UR points. We need 90. Then again, if I took out these 2, then I would have enough, and I could say it's in a basically finished state. Because it's like, why do you have Rabiel in the deck? He doesn't contribute anything. Yeah, well, he's cool, alright? The Sacred Beasts are cool. They're not as cool as the gods, but they're cool. Alright? I did watch some GX growing up. Not much, but some. Funny thing is, I knew a kid, I guess. He's a guy now, but he was a kid then, back in elementary, junior high, who told me, is like, oh yeah, the Sacred Beasts, like, fucking Yugi did a duel against somebody, and the gods, like, evolved into the Sacred Beasts, and I thought, whoa, that's cool. Turns out it was a fucking lie. Turns out it was a fucking lie. That's not what happened at all. I could have sworn there were other cards in here, in this card bank that I have, that I wasn't sure about, that I could just nuke. Um, I'm probably not going to come back to the Cosmo deck, honestly. At least not for a while, so I could probably decon those as well. Cosmo Tin Can, but, I love Star Wars, though. I love Star Wars, though, so I might keep it. I like old Star Wars. Not, the new shit is disgusting, and I hate it. I don't even use 2 copies of that, so that can go. Look at that, we're finding stuff. Dragon... Wait a minute, I don't need 3 copies of Dragon Maid Hospitality if I can just buy the structure deck the last time to get it. Yeah, so hold on, we can dismantle Dragon Maid cards as well. On top of, other stuff. See, Infernoble stuff I'm still working on and off. Walls of the Imperial Tomb can go because I'm not using it anymore. Let's see. Droll and Lockbird, 6 Samurai. You are part of the Galaxy Eyes deck. I am not using the Exodia deck anymore, so those can go. Let's see. Demise the lands can go. What else we got in here that I can nuke out of here? What am I using Gamciel for? You know, we'll keep the shiny copy though. I've only got one copy of him left. Wow. Not using the Exodia deck, but we'll keep the shiny copy just because it's shiny. We're going to keep the pieces of Exodia, obviously, because it's Exodia. He's iconic. We're going to keep him. Let's see what else we got. Anything else that we can decon in here, just to get us some more points to build our bad summon skull deck. What is this? 2 fire monsters. Wait a minute, I know what you're for. I don't use you. Get out. Get out! Fuck off! Let's see. Blue Eyes cards. Ice Jade. I don't even use Ice Jade for anything. This is a Noble Knight card. Divine Temple of the Snake Eyes. Get out. See, Millennium Revelation is for the God deck. Primite. 6 Samurai stuff. Super Soldier Shield. Okay. You know what? Just for the hell of it, let's look at the URs. See if there's any spare URs I can dismantle. Let's see. I think this is an alt art for Sky Striker, so I keep those because alt arts you can't generate. Malice Q Hearts Cryptor. I have 2 of those, and they're shiny. I'll get back to you on that one. Let's see. I don't even use... No, I do use Mahad in my Dark Magician deck. Pretty sure that's alt art, so we keep that. I decon the 1 copy of Max C, so we're good there. I keep these Ritual Monsters. I keep this Yubel card because it's Royal Rare. I got it recently, but it's Royal Rare, so it's like, fuck, that is some rare shit, alright? That is some rare shit that I'm going to be keeping, because, you know, yeah, it's valuable. That's why. World Gears of Theological Demiurgy. No. As much as I want to. No. I remember Mermaid came back. Mermaid's not as great as we all thought. You know, big fucking shock there. That's, I'm pretty sure, an alt art, so we keep that. I keep the Crystal Beast cards because I'm working on the Crystal Beast deck on and off. You know, Snake Eyes Doom Dragon works in Crystal Beast because they can be spell cards. So, you know, it's funny. It's really funny. It's like, yeah, this GX era deck that has gotten different support over the years. Yeah, here's a modern card that works with that seamlessly. Seamlessly. Well, kind of seamlessly. But let's see, what's that? 20 UR points? Ooh, that's good. Okay, so I said I would get back to Malice Q Hearts Cryptor. I'm gonna do some research really fast. We're gonna go on a website real quick. We're gonna do a website real quick. And we're gonna just do a little bit of viewing. Okay. So it looks like... Looks like it would be valuable to me to keep 1 copy. So, fine. We will keep 1 copy of Malice Q Hearts Cryptor. Cool. Alright. That'll put us at 90. Woo! UR points! Okay, okay. What else? What else we got? Anything else? What deck am I looking at? Red Eyes. Is this... Wait, I'm looking at the Red Eyes deck? Hold on, what? Oh, no, it's... Because this has a copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon in it. It's the Summon Skull deck. We're going back to Branded. See if I can dismantle any more funny branded cards I'm not using. And also, I realize I did not decon that copy of Malice Q Hearts Cryptor. So we're going to do that as well. Boom. Get out. Get out. Fuck off. Guys, look, it's Alt Art Aliber. I managed to get that and 1 copy of Fallen of Albas. I am using Albion. thought so, but I didn't want to decon it just in case. Let's see. You are a Galaxy Eyes card. Zombie Vampire, I think, is in use somewhere. Dragluxion is somewhere, is in the Galaxy Eyes deck. Numeron Dragon is in the Galaxy Eyes deck. Okay, what else? Nothing else? Okay, well, bye. One copy of Malice Q Heart Scripter. Dead. Okay. Ugh, okay, well, we're sitting kind of tight, actually. Summon Skull. Okay, so what is this going to cost to generate? Everything? Alright, cool. I say as I rub my eye and not actually look at the cards. Okay, does Harmonic Synchro even work with this? Hold on. Okay, 6, 6. Why is this a 6? This is also... Oh, wait, we get Chaos King Archfiend and Archfiend's Manifestation on board at the same time for the cost of... For the low cost of Summon Skull and Sinister Sprocket. For the low cost of just those two cards. Oh. Let's see. Thrust, Fusion Deployment, yada yada yada. We could probably take out Dogmatic Nexus. Yeah, we could take out Dogmatic Nexus and put in 1-for-1. Okay, so hold on. I'm doing improvements live. Wait, was that it? There it is. Boom. Where's Dogmatic Nexus? Get out. Okay, the deck has probably improved. Slightly. A little bit. Batch generate cards not owned. 0 UR points, and it will cut my SR points in half. But the deck will be done. Which means I can start work on the next deck. The God deck. Because a revelation has been handed to me by the Egyptian gods for how to build the God deck. And I have done my best through my studies to potentially build the deck. I need only... here, I'm going to open Discord, and I sent a screenshot to Aiden. Oh, that is 960 UR points. Oh, that's expensive. Oh, that hurts me. But, you know, I will have the necessary... Wait, how many SRs did that need? Hold on, open that up again. 180? I could get all the SRs I need for the God deck. Just based on what I'll have left. Alright, Summon Skull's done. See, Summon Skull, Glossy Finish, Summon Skull, Basic Finish, Basic Finish. Raviel, Lord, Basic Finish, Basic Finish, Basic Finish, Basic Finish. We got one shiny card out of that. Epic. But it's done. Alright, now all I need to do is suit it up. So we're going to change the deck box to something that is not the default, so that way I know the deck is done. As for what to change it to, this is a Yugi deck, because it's Summon Skull, so we're just going to do that. We're just going to put that on there. Summon Skull's done. I just need to change around his accessories. Which, you know, I guess we can take a look at that. What accessories are we gonna... how are we gonna accessorize our deck? Oh my god. God. Alright. Pack? What? Do we get something... No free pull? I don't care. Alright, accessories. We will need a fiend to accompany us for this. Yeah, we got options here, don't we? Fucking Fiendsmith Engraver. Make him think. Make him think I got Fiendsmith in there. Yeah. So we're going to use Archfiend Palabyrinth for the dual field and the other parts. Time Machine. I guess we could use that. That could be cool. That could be fun. Let's see. And then a base. We could probably just use the Archfiend one. We're going to just use the Archfiend one. Card sleeve. Dark Supremacy. Oh, that's heroes. I'm not going to be caught dead with heroes. We could use the Fiendsmith one. You know, again, make them think, like, he could be running Fiendsmith. Oh my god. I'm not running Fiendsmith. Nice try. Let's see. Nothing here really seems appealing to me. Um, yeah, no, nothing yet, but who knows? I might see something. Dragon Maid Silver, Protector Silver. Huh. Link Black. I don't have the Link one? Okay. Think I'd use that for. You think I would use that for the Crusadia deck, but that I used to have, but no, these are icons now. No, we're gonna look for card case, see if we can find something a little bit more appropriate. A little bit more appropriate than what we've got. Dark. Dark. So this is what, gonna cost us what, 500-600 gems? Something like that. Now that we've got the deck done. I wanna page over. I want to page over for just a second to take a look at the God deck to figure out what my next point of attack is going to be on it. I think I already know, considering, yep. But just to double check, I'm just going to do a couple of, how to obtains. Well, that one comes from the Master Pack. That fucking blows. So what? One Saryuja come from? Okay, Saryuja I'm just going to have to generate. Gonna have to generate. So what? Generate this or this, and then get. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different cards for this really expensive deck. Do you come from another pack? Oh, they do. Ooh, okay. So we have 2 potential points of attack here. Wait, don't we also have... Wait a second. Don't we have 3 potential points? Yeah, we've got 3 potential points of attack here, but one of them necessitates UR generation specifically. Although I guess I could just not, and, we just... Wait a second. Does this unlock that? It does. Because the God Pack is the Great Olds. Yeah, so we could just do that, or what's related to good old Slifer? That one? Okay, what's related to Obelisk? Does that come from the Great Olds? Nope. Alright, cool. So let's see what we got. The Great Olds, and then the other thing, and then a third thing. And then the rest of it seems like kind of general shit that I'm going to have to make. Okay. So I think our first point of attack will be one specific archetype that I will not go into. But the Summon Skull deck is done except for accessories. Yes, excellent, excellent. You know what? Let's just do a dual life so I can relight this, because it has finally gone out. So, we have anything interesting in here? Anything cool looking? Is that an Earthbound Immortal deck? Well, that could be cash money. That's another Earthbound Immortal versus Toons. Say what? I kind of want to see that. So we're gonna watch a quick duel. Maybe it'll be quick, maybe not. And I'm gonna relight this, commentate, take a couple of chuffs, All right, so. All right, what do you got? Mausoleum of the Empire. Oh fuck. Okay, just fucking set 3 and pass. Okay, Toon Cyber Dragon. Alright, the wrap is burning. The rest of it is not. Battle phase concluded quickly. Okay. Core Raska. Earthbound Prison. Is that another field spell? That is another field spell. Boom. Oh, that has an intro animation. I didn't know that. Toon Bookmark gets banished. Direct attack. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's how we do it. Thing is, though, if your field spell goes down. Oh, fuck. Oh, have your opponent's life points. Fuck. That's rough. You need a field spell. Or do you not? Wait, what? Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. There's no face-up field spell on the Toon World. It doesn't say on your field. It says the field. Oh, fuck. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's brutal. A brutal assault. A brutal assault. Set. Attack directly. Pass turn. Nope, straight to battle. You lose. Damn. Toons. Toons. You know, the Pegasus deck beat fucking the Earthbound Immortals. Insane. Insane. A lot of Six Samurai decks I'm seeing here. Is that Galaxy Eyes? Okay. Wait. A god deck. Wait a second. I see gods. I see gods. Oh, fuck. It's a bad god deck. Oh, fuck. That. Although Swords of Burning Light. That's, That's something. That is a hell of a stall card. Also, reload. This, That is, This is refusion. Huh. Card trader. That's an interesting one. Once per turn during your standby phase. Well, that could be something. Seems to be a lot of stall in here. I don't like that. I also just some of the like basic bitch cards in here. Like you have Immortal Phoenix, but no sphere mode. Also, this is mostly spells. You know what? You know what? I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see if this deck can beat Six Samurai. I know I've already completed the mission, but, you know, if something catches my eye, I kind of want to see it. And seeing gods in this makes me want to see it. Okay. Alright. Six Samurai player. Alright. Okay. Alright. Pretty good opener, I'd say. You didn't play Swords? You didn't play Swords and set, like, Smashing Ground or something? Oh, that was a misplay. I know that was a misplay. Right, we're gonna synchro into Legendary Shien. Okay. Ugh. Oh boy, this is gonna get real hairy. Asceticism, yeah. And then Great Shogun, yes. Right. Target 1/6 Samurai. Okay. Synchro. Right. Into regular Shien. Okay. That's not good. And then pull 6 strike. Right. Double assault. And then just special summon Shien. Special summon another 6 Samurai monster. That's 10 Bushido counters. Fucking hell, dude. Infinite special summon. We're going to XYZ into Invoker, and you lose. Fuck. Dude, you didn't even play Swords of Burning. Oh. Yeah, there it is. You lose. Destroy. What is that going to do for you? You're going to lose right here. Are you joking? You could have played Smashing Ground or Swords of Burning. Oh my god. Oh my god. I could probably run that deck better. And I looked at it and it's bad. I looked at it and it's bad. Oh, that hurt me. That hurt me to view. That hurt me to view. I regret doing that. Alright, we're going back in. Monarchs, full force, full frontal. Let's go. Going second. Makes sense. Going second makes sense. Let's see it. Let's see it. Okay. Okay. This is an opening hand. This is an opening hand. Okay. Set 2. Set 3. Set 4. Set 5. Okay. Set 5. Stop it. Okay. Tenacity? Here's Kuraz the Light Monarch. Primite stuff. Wait, Primite stuff is allowed in this event? Okay. What normal monster are you gonna pull, though? Also, he's got the Alt Art Cartesia profile pic. Megalo Smasher X. Okay, that's a dinosaur. Is this the Jurak deck? 36, maybe? I don't know. Add card from deck to hand. Honestly, I didn't expect to get this far. Pantheism. Pantheism. Discard Pantheism to play Pantheism. I am nervous. Non-effect oh, it's a 10E card. Okay. Counter trap. Alright. Fine. I will banish the non-royal pantheism of the monarchs to get yeah, domain. Just give me domain. You're gonna give me domain. Maybe. Okay. Yes. We're going to use Domain of the Monarchs. Domain of the True Monarchs. Alright. We are going to activate the effect of Domain of the True Monarchs. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. How much disruption do you have in those 3 cards? I mean, probably quite a lot, but we'll fucking see. The Monarchs are up, or Storm Forth. Storm Forth. Oh yeah, no, that's the cut on my finger, not tar. Although, stick finger in hole, there is tar. Okay, target 1 card on the field, 1 card in either graveyard. Target, top the deck. Okay. Tribute monster. Rise of the Storm Monarch. Rise of the Mega Monarch. That one. And then, wait, shuffle this back into my deck. Shuffle that back into my deck. Flip. Flip. No? Okay. Attack. Alright, gonna put that on the field. No? Alright. How long does that last? Okay, Rise is just back now. Okay. We are going to have to snip this, though, because there is tar building up. I could taste it, and it got on my finger when I stuck my finger in the hole. So, you know. And Another surrender. The monarchs are supreme. The monarchs. They are truly the force to be reckoned with in the tournament, the events, the theme tournament event thing. Yeah, I realized I could do this. Ow, I could do this during and a, oh, there we go. Got not that much ash on myself when I did that. Let's see. We got a good clip. Yeah, we did break out the guillotine here, halfway through, but whatever, I guess. Okay, back to it. Ooh, 6 UR points. Hey, that's 20% of the way to a UR card. That's awesome. 500 more medals. Gimme, gimme. 150 gems. Hell fucking yes. Okay, we're gonna... Gotta draw it so much better. Holy shit. Hmm. Holy shit. Going back in. Back in. Oh. This guy's got a list of war crimes he's levying against me. Also, he has an English name. I am going second. Fuck. Okay. Alright, buddy. Go for it. This is not a great hand. This is not a great hand. Alright. I probably should have taken out Avatar and Obelisk because they seem like they might be irrelevant. Not overly useful, but hey, we all make mistakes. Um, Fish. Okay. To banish. How was that? Huh? You can't attack on your first turn. Reveal one water, special summon one, discard the other. Okay, yes. You're gonna synchro? Yeah, this is GHOTI, fish. Okay. Funny little wordplay there. I know that one. I don't know what this deck does, but banish a fish from the deck. All right, not sure I understand the purpose of. Oh, that's why. All right, it's a fish monster from the hand, and I think I saw the word special summon in there, or grave, I guess. Special summon that fish monster deck of your hand, then banish from face up or hand, banish from hand. Okay, set and pass to me. Okay. Hopefully we got something good. Yeah, that works. Special summon the banished card. Okay, he's got more stuff for synchro. Special summon banished card. Okay. Alright. I'm going to activate domain. Any response? Alright. Pantheism? Discard prime? No? No, okay. Fuck. I don't have. I need a draw. I need a draw. I need draw power. Banish. And then do I have something that can help me? No. Fuck. Because tenacity isn't going to help me. This isn't going to help me. That's not going to help me. Stormforth. Wicked Avatar specifically requires 3 tributes. Ha. So, I'm going to make him think. Wait. I should have gotten Stormforth because I could summon Prime. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. What's pretending to... Back. Alright. 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 Here, destroy this. I don't have Stormforth. Shit. Okay. Set. Pass. Synchro Summon. Fuck, I don't have a tribute, so domain doesn't work. Fuck. Oh, this is gonna be big, isn't it? Oh! Big fish. 1,000. Banish all cards on the field. Okay. Big banish is coming. Fuck. 1,500 attack. And then this is going to put something in your hand, yes. And then that's going to banish everything. Okay. Okay. No. Yeah, all right. Wow. Headlamp. No, it's just me being fucking paranoid. Oh, yeah, he's got an army. He's got an army of fish spelled funny. Well, shit. I'm going to lose here. Unless I can draw the out. Which, honestly, what can I draw? What can I draw? Because Stormforth isn't going to help me here. Um, so I am completely screwed. And he's going to do a synchro. See, at level 8. Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. Alright, yeah, because Tenyi was a solo archetype. Was fish spelled funny a solo arc? I haven't finished all the solo mode stuff. But, okay. Is that a tribute summon? Woo! This is not enough to kill. This is not enough to kill. Also, this is a lot of shiny cards, and this might be enough to kill. Because let's see, he's sitting at 45. Alright, another level 8. What do you got? You got, that. 500 attack. 2, 4, okay. And then 5,000. Yeah, this is enough to kill. Fuck. Little bit of misplay on my part. It's a sign that I'm not thinking. I'm not thinking. I got high on my previous victories, and then I got fucked. I got fucked because I wasn't thinking, I wasn't strategizing properly. Yeah, alright, I activated a spell. 50 medals. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Right back in. Right back in. I'm ready. I realize, wiping my mouth with this finger with the cuts on it is probably not a good idea because I'm going to get tar in my cuts. And then that's not going to feel good. Please don't be running Sky Striker. I don't feel like hating you. Also not a great hand. So yeah, we are going to be top decking something to help us out. Please, please. Oh, more fish stuff. That is Planet Pathfinder. Okay. Alright. Okay. Ether does not help me right now. You know what? We're gonna... I can... We can stall it. Just a little bit. We can stall it on this, because he might have bricked too. Let's just hope he didn't draw the out and doesn't have enough setup. No, don't activate that. No, stop it. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. He didn't destroy my shit like I wanted him to. Oh, fuck. Pass. Are we both bricking right now? Are we both bricking right now? That would make me laugh, honestly. No, 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 no way. No way. We got plays. We got plays, boys and girls. We got plays. No, we don't. I fucking said it in the pendulum zone. I forgot. Shit. Damn it. Oh, fuck. I don't play pendulums. I don't fucking. Yeah. I didn't think about that. What could I possibly draw to help me? What could I possibly draw out of this deck to help me? Pantheism. Pantheism. Pantheism? Pantheism. We have to dump fucking domain. That hurts. A token. Fuck. Alright. Wait. Banish. So note to self, keep those pendulum zones clear. You're gonna give me Pantheism or Tenacity. You're either gonna help me thin the deck, or you're gonna fucking give me what I want. Okay. Aha. Oh, there we go. That's what we needed to get started. Yes. Aha! Perfect. You won't be able to attack me. You won't be able to attack me. Okay. Main phase. Anything sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Okay. Alright. Battle phase. Turn that on. Quick, do something. Prime. Banish Tenacity. Defense mode. I should have... No, no, he destroyed that. Okay. Okay. Didn't go forward with the attack. Fascinating. Okay. My turn. Pot of Duality. I can't special summon. What a choice. Wait, that's another tribute summon. Wait. Ah. Right, I locked myself out of special summoning. Dynasty of the Monarchs? Show Kurez? Alright. Give me either Pantheism or Stormforth. I chose wrong. Alright. Oh, wait. Flip. Shuffle. Adea! Adea's bodies. Yes. Flip. Okay. Oh, wait. No special summoning. Right. Yes. Okay. We might have screwed up a little bit. Okay. You won't be able to destroy Kurez. But I can also tribute your monster with Stormforth. Oh, you're just gonna let me do this? Any monster sent to the graveyard. Oh. Target one card I control. Oh no. Anyway. Activate this first. And then destroy that. No. Activate this. So we can pull. Oh yeah. Okay. Alright. We are going to need spell and trap control, so I need Mobius. Yes. Another copy of Ether. Alright. Now, for the purposes of this whole dimensional fissure thing, does this... Alright. Alright. Did that banish? No, but... Wait, I'm still locked out of specials. Fuck. I'm still locked out of special summoning. And you can't attack, so... And face. Discard a card. Fucking one copy of Ether. Oh, banished. That's not good. It's fine, though. It's fine, though. What do we have in here? Oh, fuck. We got cards. I can't use that defense. I can't use the Prime in the Grave defensively now, though. Another copy of Pantheism. Target one card I control, destroy it. That's fine, dude. That's totally fine. Alright, so what does this say? Fuse, except during the damage step, and you control no tokens. Ah, there it is. Also, its effects are negated. Phantasm Spiral. Ether the Heavenly Monarch. Send to grave. Send to grave. Special summon monster. Erebus. My man. Royal Rare. Nope. Okay. Alright. Not going to work on his spells and traps, though, which is unfortunate. Okay. Pantheism of the Monarchs. Send Pantheism to grave. He. He. Oh, this is I'm a fucking scumbag for doing this. Vassal token. Vassal token. Nope, nope, nope. Keep that vassal token. Oh, look at that. You've got a token. You've got two. All right. What do you want? All right, so extra deck locking is just not the play for this guy. You're just going to give me return. You're just going to give me return. Thank you. You don't have any more traps on your field, though, and I contribute that. Return. Adea the Heavenly Squire. Also, its effects are negated. Oh no. Also, how are you playing these trap cards from your... It's the field spell. I don't get the extra... Fuck. I... Okay. Yeah, okay. It says that somewhere on here, doesn't it? Wait. It says... Uh-huh. Turn that off. I'm reading. Let's return. Yes. It's probably on the description of the trap card. Shit. Ugh. Is this just stun, but really annoying? Huh, domain. This does something else. That is just another card to... What? Alright. You're gonna give me fucking Stormforth. Okay. We're really thinning out the deck here. That A&E card. Fuck it. Wipe it. Wipe it all. We're gonna rip cards out of your hand. I don't give a shit, dude. End phase. Alright. Okay. Alright. We, broke the blockade. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, I guess as long as I don't activate any effects. Mm. Oh, there it is. If Umi is in your whatever. Okay. Okay. Huh? Okay. All right. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Thestalos. Big God Emperor Thestalos, even. All right. All right. So, as tempting as it is. Wait. No. All right. So, I guess as long as I don't activate effects. Planet Pathfinder, you're going to kill yourself. All right. I guess I broke the stun and he didn't have a play. But okay. We take those. More gems. I guess I broke the stun and he didn't have a play against me. I don't know. That was kind of why. That was kind of wacky. That was. I mean, hey, that was a good back and forth. Surprisingly, most of the time when I play stun, I get a little bit frustrated because stun is cancer. But that was a good back and forth. We're just gonna do some, throw our tickets away. Uh, Wait a minute. Isn't this an instant win card? Would be to, once, but if this wait. Oh, by direct attack. Yeah, this is a instant win card, and that's funny. I'm pretty sure you can't decon legacy pack cards, but hey, I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try. Edit deck. Edit deck. So yeah, we're gonna take Obelisk and Avatar out, and yeah, because they're not going to help us. Because we don't have we it doesn't seem like we can easily get out the material for them. So we're going to take them out. I'm not even running 2 copies of Caius. What? Why do I have 2 copies of him? Never mind. Elephant. We're here for the elephant. I'm pretty sure I can't decon stuff from the legacy pack, which sucks fucking cock. But it doesn't hurt to look. No, we can't. No, we can't. Also, I'm pretty sure it was a shiny elephant too. Piss. Right? Glossy finish? Glossy finish. SR. Oh, we're already on SR. Cool. There it is. Fucking let me decon this shit, Konami. Okay, well that's well, we probably made the deck more consistent with the subtraction of him and the avatar, so we'll go back in. Yeah, going second. All right, sit back, relax, chuff on this, see what there is to see. Also, he's got, Shirag as his little guy. That's kind of cool. All right, what do we got? What do you got? What do you got for me? Also, this is a bad hand. Send one monster from your hand to the graveyard. Oh, we will play. Is this Jurak? Yep. Alright. Wait, is it during your main phase? Not the main phase. Does Jurak synchro? I don't know. We'll find out. Destroy one card you control. Okay. That was a lot of text. I was... sure. So he's gonna pull something from his deck, I think. I skimmed it as best I could. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, so... Oh, okay. Okay. We got dinos. Yeah, so he's gonna destroy something and then summon something from the deck. Yes? And that might have an on-grave effect. I don't know. I don't know Jurak. Okay. Well, he's gonna pull something out of his deck. What is it? Okay. Wait, yeah, okay. Tribute this card in your graveyard and special summon. Right. Okay. And then, yeah, they do synchro. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright. Oh, pantheism. Okay, what's going to be useful? You know, let's see if we can bait out in the gate, because I don't know what he's got in his hand. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. You know what? Let's use Pantheism, because 1 for 1 is going to be what really gets us going somewhere. Let's discard Prime, actually. We'll keep Escalation. 1 for 1. All the way. Send Caius to the grave, I'm sorry. Special summon a Dea. Special summon Eidos. We still have our tribute. Target 1 card on the field, ban it. Then if it was a dark monster, target 2 cards. Banish. Banish. Alright. Banish Pantheism. So that we can fish out Tenacity. Should have done this sooner. Nah. And then Eidos special summon from the extra deck. Okay, that's not relevant. And then we move to battle. No, kill. Boom! 3,100 damage. That's big. Send a monster from the deck or extra deck, alright. I end. Pass turn. There we go. Ah. There's a little bit of tar, but not over much. Not like when we then destroy 1 card in your hand. Okay. Why is these fire decks are always a lot about destroying themselves? Oh, there we go. Meteorus, he can just pull on the field now. Yeah, okay. I see. I see you. Also, that's a level 6 tuner. Holy shit. That's wild. Okay. Did special summon on. Okay, I was reading that. It's extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for all that dinosaur crap. Okay, he's probably going to try and pull something synchro to kill Caius, which I wish this field spell fucking works during any battle. That's Meteor. Alright, that's kind of cool. What is happening? I saw those tributes. He summoned Nibiru to his own side of the field? What? That is a wild play. Holy shit. That is an insane play. Holy shit. That is a crazy play. That is what? Hard summon Nibiru to take out Caius. I just for the rest of this turn. Wait, and then Adea discard is sent to the graveyard. Aha. Let's not use Eidos yet. Let's thin our deck a little bit. Do you have a disruption in your graveyard? There it is. Oh, wait a minute. Special summon one Jurak Meteor. Wait, that'll destroy all the cards on the field, but then he's going to pull a tuner from his grave. I'm learning. I'm learning. He's got at least two, so there we go. Also, I don't like how his wing clips through that. Synchro Summon! Jurak doesn't have an intro cutscene? Alright. This card is Synchro Summon, destroy all cards on the field. There it is. And then he's going to pull a tuner from grave. Wait. Do we have a play? Yep. Okay. Alright. We might need to... Yeah, we're going to need to pop Eidos in order to put Adea in defense mode. And then we're going to need to pop Adea to get our second Eidos. Let's actually put Mithra on field, actually. And then what else is in the grave that you want? Fuck off. And set one. Off. Okay. Alright. Okay. What do you got? What do you got for me? What do you got for me? What do you got for me? Mithra. Unfortunate, it didn't fall for what I wanted there. He didn't do what I wanted there. Most unfortunate. Well, we've got a body. Kind of a chunky body, too. There we go, baby. Alright. We got plays now. I have Erebus in my hand. Do you understand that? Erupt. You know what? I can't play that. I wonder why. Erebus, the Underworld Monarch. Woo! That's a win, baby. That's a win. That's how we do it. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. Oh, okay. I was thinking that since I was using Pendulum Monsters, where is it? This would do this. No, I actually have to do like the thing with the effect and all that. Okay. I mean, hey, we're gonna get the Gen X mate base. Yeah, quite machinish. Quite machinish. Quite machine looking. We're having fun. We're having fun. Having a lot of fun. And this stream is carried on, which is good. Maybe by showcasing my dueling skills, someone will stumble upon this stream and, maybe I'll get to duel somebody cool. Oh, this guy's got a list of war crimes against me here. Well, what do you got? Second? Alright, well, I guess we're waiting, we're chuffing, we're seeing what you got. Show me what you got. Alright, not a good hand to start with. But we do have a body, actually, so we can work with that. What is that? Madolch. Okay. Madolch. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Madolch. So you've got 3 level 4s. Is this an XYZ deck? Yep. Alright. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. And then XYZ summon into something rank 5? Yep. Target 1 card in your grave, shuffle into the deck. Okay, alright. Okay. 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 Chateau, yes. Which is going to be a steroid for, all your monsters. Got it. Got it. A link? Okay. Alright. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright. Okay, yes. Verna Sylph? And, okay. Burn a lot in the grave. Yeah, cannot be destroyed by card effects. Right, yes. Just pull that out of the graveyard? Alright. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, you still got a Verna Sylph, though, I think, yeah. Alright. Alright. Okay. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. You got anything else, buddy? Maybe? Perhaps? Mayhaps? Another big link summon. Or not. Wait, what? Okay. All monsters on the field lose 600 except Vernasilk monsters, okay? Okay. And then an XYZ. Alright. Okay. And then immediately XYZ summoning into something else. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Yes. Special summon. Selecting things in grave. Uh. Uh. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. Another XYZ summon. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay. There's a lot here. There's a whole board right in my fucking face. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Um. Alright. Okay. Haven't lost anything yet. We're still kind of going. Return monster to hand. Huh? Oh, extra deck. Yes. Unfortunate. No. Okay, banish. Alright. So the logical thing to do here would be to fish tenacity, so that way we can thin the deck. Thank. I've got Karez in my hand. Okay. And then select card to add from deck to hand. We're going to put Erupt in hand. No. And then... see, we're not going to need escalation. We're not going to need that. We're going to banish tenacity to get Prime on the field in defense mode. Response. There we go. Unaffected by monster effect except its own. Okay. Okay. Fine. Prime is out. Let's shuffle 2 cards from the graveyard into the deck. Okay. Add to hand. Okay. After the Heavenly Monarch. Alright. Send card to grave. Strike. Send another card to grave. Tenacity. Special summon from deck. Big Caius. I can't activate Erupt yet. Okay. Ether and Caius. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Strike. Alright, we have to end phase. Not yet. Wait until he moves to battle phase. Yes. You've almost got enough for kill. Another XYZ summon. Okay. This isn't gonna work. I didn't do it soon enough. Well, fuck. Kill me then. You've got enough. Just kill me, dude. Just kill me. 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 Okay. Thank you. Just kill me. Mm-hmm. 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 Really? All right. Didn't, did just waited, just, couldn't have done that in fewer attacks. So much for Asian efficiency, I guess. You know. Ugh. All right. Yep. Yep. All right. Whatever. Back in. Oh, hell yeah, we're going first. Haven't gone first in a minute. So, bleh. Yeah, we're tarring up real bad. I've got napkins. I don't have any tribute fodder. Shit. Mm. All right. Also, you got the evil twin uh thing there. All right, I'm just gonna shut that off. I won't disrupt you on your first turn. 6 AMs. Okay. Cool. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Immediately dumping. We need a body. We need a body. Well, I suppose that'll work. No special summoning. No, nothing because of Ash. Okay. Alright. Pass. Oh. 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 Oh, that's kind of neat. Whoop. What? Is that all it does? Yeah, that's all it does. Okay. Didn't really put much into the animations for that thing, huh? Alright. Super chats. Okay. Banished and Ash Blossom, you're gonna get fucking, let me guess, Kizan. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get Kizan out. Alright. I was expecting Chien, but I mean, I guess that goes to show you that I don't know how the Six Samurai deck works. Oh, that's a boost. Oh, during battle phase only, right. Yeah. Yep. Um, hit me? No? Okay. Well, I guess we're waiting. Uh, huh? Opponent surrendered. Okay. Like, I didn't think I was gonna draw the out on that, but alright. Sure. We got the Gen X base. Awesome. I guess. Alright. That was certainly something. That was certainly something. Going second. Awesome. Okay, this could work. This could work. Warrior monster. Okay. Is it six Sams? Is it the six samurai? How did I know? How did I know? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, wow. Gains 1,500 attack if a different six samurai monster's on the field. That's crazy. That's wild. Hmm. Normal summons. Oh, right. Special summon because you have another six samurai on the field. Right, yes. Of course. Of course. I forgot. My bad. I thought you were just normal summoning. Wait a minute. No, we're good. We're good. And he's gonna get Battle Shogun out. How did I know? Discard one card that places a Bushido counter. Yes. Yes. Discard set the field graveyard. Yes. Probably asceticism is what you're gonna fish. How did I know? How did I know? So he's gonna fish a Bushido counter card. I would, probably Gateway of the Six, of course, yes. Oh, now that's kind of wild, actually. Alright, I activate Pantheism of the Monarchs to throw Prime into the grave. You have Ash? There it is. Well, there's his Ash for the turn. Totally fine. Tenacity. Okay. Tenacity. I have Kurez, the Light Monarch, in my hand. I will reveal something from my hand. I will add Domain of the True Monarchs to my hand. I will play Domain of the True Monarchs. I will activate the effect of Domain of the True Monarchs. I will show you Erebus. I will summon Eidos the Underworld Squire. Okay. Nothing. Alright. Oh! Alright! Alright! Damn. So many surrenders. I have so many surrenders. So many surrenders on this. Man, we are climbing. We are climbing. Alright, August festivals completed. Mission complete. Hell yeah. Let's see what we got from the dual pass. We got some SR, some gems, some rares. Okay. The rares I'm not really excited about, but, you know, whatever. Alright, I think this is carried on for long enough. I had fun. I had fun. Let me switch back to full face cam. I had fun. This was great. So, yeah.